All right, so I decided I want to get a gun. It's not my first gun. I've had guns before. I've had several rifles, several shotguns. I've grew up with guns. Grew up in the rural South. I was a hunter. Still am a hunter. Handled firearms in the military. But one thing I've never owned of my own was a handgun. I've never owned my own handgun. So I decided I was going to go out and get a concealed carry permit and get a gun. Not that I really intend on carrying one all the time. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I'm not going to do anything with it until I'm really super comfortable with that firearm. But there's a lot to choose from. And so I'm kind of call this a rookie's review of the gun I got, the Glock 43X. And how did I decide on the Glock 43X? For starters, there was so much to choose from. When you get into these compacts, micro compacts, it was a whole language that I didn't know. Every handgun I'd ever fired before was a full-sized gun, 1911 style or a revolver. I've never fired anything a semi-automatic striker fired, nothing without a hammer before in my life. So it was a little bit of a learning experience and a lot of research to go along with this. But there's so much to choose from. And I was looking at, of course, the Smith & Wesson Shield series, the P365 from SIG, all the big name guns that everybody likes and wants to carry that, they cost a lot of money. And so I'm also trying to see how can I get a good, dependable firearm for a, something that's in my budget, which is not huge. I'm not investing a ton into this. There's other things I want to spend my money on. And, but Taurus was one that I kept seeing, the Taurus G2C and G3C. And those were guns that reviewed really, really well. Everybody seemed to like them. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And another one was the Glock 43X. I did not like the Glock 43. I wanted a gun with a full grip. I knew that. And I wanted something with, at least 10 rounds capacity. Not that I think I will ever need more than that in my life. It just would make me feel a little bit better if I had more than 7 rounds when everybody else has more than 10. But anyways, I found it and came in a full box like this. Everybody else came in like cardboard boxes. That's fine, whatever. But here it is. All right. And it is empty. All right. I fired it today for the very first time. And I took it to the range, and I like it. I like it the way it feels. It feels in my hand. It's good. It's got a good feel to it. Got a full grip. You can see, even without the magazine, I've got a full grip. I like that, right? But it is a very thin weapon. You see, I'm pointing at myself, but it's very thin. And I didn't know how that was going to be. Really had no idea what that was going to be like. I really had no idea. But I got to the range today for the first time to shoot. Took 100 rounds, 100 bullets, right? $20 a box for these rounds. And by the way, this did come with an extra magazine and like a little loader, speed loader thing. I guess it was one of those. I've never used one until today. You push it down to help you load. That was really kind of cool. And it also came with a lock, which I intend to use. We have children at our house a lot, not all the time, but we have family with kids that come and stay with us. So I will keep my gun locked. But my review of it, let's just let the paper tell. All right, so here we go. Back from the range. Does that look like a target that you would want someone defending you with? Right? But this was the first one, first 50 shots. And you can probably see right here, right? Ta-da, dead center. Very first shot, my very first shot of the day, I hit it dead center. And then you can see what I was doing the rest of the time, right? Everything was being pulled low to the left. My review of this gun range, by the way, would be stellar because the RSO came to the rescue. And I don't know if he just didn't have anything better to do, or if he was just having some pity for me, but he was a lot of help and gave me some tips and stuff. And you can see my second 50 was significantly better. I still had my share of junk down here, right? But the last 30 shots, right? This was mostly there, right? The last one, but this was the 50 box. So I think I did pretty good right there. Same distance, set up at 10 yards. And so I'm not unhappy with that. But I will tell you, what am I unhappy with? Well, I'm not unhappy with my gun purchase. I'm really, really not. I like this. The RSO carried a Taurus G2C. And he let me shoot it, fired 12 rounds through it, and all 12 of those went in the black on that target that I just held up, all 12 of them. And then I picked up my Glock and put a few more in the black, a few down lower left, and then ended up putting the rest of them mostly in the black at the end of that last box of ammunition. He seems to think that maybe the grip's a little bit too thin for my hand. I don't have giant hands, folks, but I mean, I guess I got a man-sized hand, but they're not huge hands. I mean, you know, I can't palm a basketball. But he said that it's the grip, so I can get a different grip block. I can get something wider, that might be it. The other thing is it's very light, and for concealed carry, maybe that's what people want. The G2C was considerably heavier, but it felt more controlled in my hand because of that. Now, this was my very first range shooting experience with handguns, pretty much. I fired them before, so I fired them in the military. I fired them a few times since the military, not a lot. I have a lot of opportunity to, but just a few times. I've never went out and shot 100 rounds before, but that was it. But I'm going to go back out in a couple weeks, maybe next week, and I'm going to put another 100 through this. And we'll see what the target looks like. And if I'm still pulling it, I may sell it and go with the much, much, much cheaper Taurus G2C. We'll see what I think. I kind of want to stick with this because I made a commitment to it. I like the way it feels in my hand. It feels good. It's light. You hardly even know it's there. But anyway, that was my experience and my quick review of the, as a rookie review of the Glock 43X. Feels good in the hand, full grip. It wasn't hard to shoot, just hard to hit center mass if you're a new rookie shooter trying to learn how to shoot. I was amazed at what I was doing with the gun, not realizing I was doing and not realizing that I was, doing that. I did not even feel myself do that. But apparently that's what I was doing a lot. Well, this video is going 8 minutes. You don't want to listen to me talk about that for 8 minutes. So one more time, right? The Glock 43X, right? Comes with a magazine, comes with 2 magazines, full grip. It's nice. I don't think you're going to hate yourself for buying it. And I mean, it's a Glock. A lot of people like Glocks, right? So there you go. All right, guys. Y'all have fun. See ya.